down to the table. What you're looking at there is a page in a book, an old book, that has leftover paint smeared on top of it. I am going to be working with the Caran D'Ache Neocolor II water-soluble crayons and the Shuttle Art Tempera paint sticks on top of what's there already. What I like about this is that I've already got a jumping off point. That magenta, the burnt umber, the black, a little bit of gray, some yellow at the bottom, a little hint of green is peeking out at the top of that page. I am enjoying having something to look at to jump off and get going. This is my big tip. Don't waste your paint. Don't wipe off your palette and throw away all that paint. Open up a page in your sketchbook or grab a piece of paper or grab an old book that you are thinking of. Maybe I will use this as an art journal, and open it up to a page and put the paint on that. If you have a lot of leftover paint, paint a couple of pages. Let them dry. And then the next time you go in to the book, you'll have a page that's already started. You have a background. You have that white, that dreaded white of the page covered. And don't worry about how you place that paint down. Just place it on there. Like, I don't ever worry where it's going. I just slap it on, because the next time I look at it, I might see something, or I might say, hey, this would be a great background for, and then fill in the blank. So that's what I did here. I was flipping through my art journal, and this is in a book that I got in an old bookstore, and I've painted in it many, many times. And I found this page. There's a few other pages in here that I need to paint on, and I thought this will be a really good page for me to work in today, and that's what I did. So I am using the Neocolor II water-soluble crayons to add some shapes. All I'm doing right now is intuitively painting. I'm just picking up a crayon and going somewhere on the page and adding a shape or a color and just having at it. I'm not worried too much where the placement is right now. This right now is that Tempera paint stick. Look at how vibrant, saturated, and oh my gosh, that green pops. And it lays down really nicely. These are Shuttle art, and I'm pretty sure they're not that great of an fine art brand of paint or pigment. However, I have no problem using them in my art journal at all. I have actually used them on canvas. They dry beautifully. They are not archival. I don't think they are archival, but I'm not worried about that. I figure this way. If I become famous in my death, somebody's going to figure out a way to preserve my paintings. If I am not famous in my death, these will last my lifetime, and whoever looks at them, they will last for enough years. I'm not too concerned. I don't want you to feel like you need to go out and buy new supplies just because I'm using something. Or if you watch another YouTuber, don't feel compelled to go out and buy all new supplies. Use what you have. Use what you have. Please don't feel like you need to purchase anything. That being said, if you are going to purchase anything, if you are in the market, there are so many supplies that I would recommend. And if you want to know what I would recommend, let me know. Leave a comment, and I will put together a video of my favorites. I love these Caran D'Ache Neocolor II crayons. That's number one. I do. And I love those Shuttle Art Tempera paint sticks. They are yummy to work on. All right, so if you haven't realized it, this is in real time. I have not sped this painting up, this video up. First time I haven't sped it up, because usually the videos are about 45 to 50 minutes long, and it's way too much time to just watch me paint, so I speed it up so that we can condense it. You don't really need to see me work in real time. But I figured this is only 13 minutes. Let me show you in real time how I am resolving something. So I really am just picking up a crayon, intuitively laying it down. Where do I want to put it? What is this painting saying to me? And right now, I have to say, this painting is reminding me of a building in Europe, and that green door archway reminds me of those cut-throughs between buildings, like in Assisi, a city in Italy, Assisi. It's built on a mountaintop, or the middle of the mountain, and it's a 12th century city that looks like a 12th century city. There are no cars. I don't think I ever saw a car in there. You're walking it, and you're walking up a hill or down a hill, because it's on the hillside. And a lot of the times, to get from one street to another, you cut through these like archways under the buildings. You know, it's like you're going through the first floor of a building, but it's really an archway, and it's so interesting. And you come out on another street, and this painting is making me feel like that's the side of a building with some windows, and that archway with those that green archway with the pink and the lines there. Those remind me of the stairs that you need to climb to get to the next street, because usually if you're cutting through, you're going up. So let's say you're going down a street, you come to an archway, you go through the archway, then you climb up to the next street. It's very, very cool. I would highly recommend, if you're going to make a trip to Italy, have Assisi be on your list of cities to visit. It's just beautiful. It really is just beautiful. And it really is a look into the past, because it looks exactly as it did in the 12th century. Okay, that's the vibe I'm getting with this. The last video I made of an abstract, I got the feeling of being in an airplane looking down on the earth, the land that we were flying over. This time I feel like I'm looking at an abstracted side of a building with a doorway or an archway, a cut through, for sure. That's what this looks like. So this painting is going to be called The Green Door, or The Green Doorway, for sure. And I do still name my paintings in my sketchbooks. This could be used for a reference for a bigger piece. Okay, I'm going to put some music on for you to finish watching me paint, and then I'll be back. Okay, I think I'm about done. My signature will be going on this. This came together really quickly. I hope you enjoyed watching me paint this. It is a journey for me, and I'm hoping it's a journey that you want to join me on inside my studio. I appreciate you all being here. I'll see you next time, and here's the finished piece.